Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Loncor Gold's channel, advancing significant projects in the Congo beyond 5 million ounces of high-grade resource under control. Joining us, as always, we have John Barker, the Chief Executive Officer. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, great. I had an exciting time last week down in Africa, so it's good to be here speaking to you.
Yeah, and we're going to get a lot of clarity today. You guys have dropped an intern. We're going to be talking about potential partnerships. But first and foremost, I mean, I hear you were at that major mining conference in South Africa. What were you looking to achieve there? And give us some insight into what was going on the ground floor.
Yeah, well, look, first of all, it's around, I think around 7,000 people there in attendance. So it's close to a record. So all of a sudden, almost out of nowhere, this African conference was buzzing. And it was clear, I think, among the many African countries that presented, the DRC was taking center stage. Many of the majors, you had Rob Friedland there, Ivanhoe Minerals talking it up, Mark Bristow, CEO Barrick Gold, talking up their Kibali Gold project. I went to a DRC government breakfast there. It was so full, there were 3 rows of people standing at the back. So everyone's looking for the next major project or the next emerging deposit, and the DRC seems to be the place to be. So that was a real key element of it. I think regarding my trip, there's 2 elements: to present to investors, keep them informed, etc. And then the other one was to talk to strategic players or potential strategic players who really appreciate what we have. That's the only junior with a major emerging world-class project in the DRC on the gold side. So slowly, I think that message is getting through, and it's difficult for corporate players to dismiss that the quality of our project. Our share price currently values us at only 6% of the underlying $1 billion profit after tax. So slowly but surely, more and more corporates are getting to hear the story from me, and hopefully that'll start to stir up the price and start to release some value.
Yeah, so you did end up running into some of the potential partners possibly out of that conference, eh?
Yeah, that's right. And there's nothing definitive yet. Otherwise, of course, we'd announce it. But there's a number of people that are obviously interested in what we're doing. We've mentioned before, we're talking to strategic partners that continue to look at the data that we've got, and with undoubtedly with a degree of interest. So yeah, continue to talk to parties.
So just get a little bit more clarity, because you guys did recently release your interim. I mean, you had 41 million assets, almost $500,000 in cash, with a total liability of only 1.5 million. Do you want to just give some brief insight onto a little bit of guidance moving forward, maybe some of the burn rate here, what's going on with the drill program, and that anything you think is relevant?
Yeah, we had a really busy year last year, and I think investors were real happy about where things went. We're junior, we never have a lot of cash. Our burn rate currently means that we should be okay in the short term, but at some stage we want to move forward, and we're going to be looking at drilling, as we mentioned before, at depths at Adambi, getting to that magical 5 million ounces. So we will have some requirements as we move on, but obviously we'll tell the market when as appropriate if we need more cash.
Now, if there's one thing investors should be most focused on kind of moving forward here, what would you say that is?
Look, it's the strategic element, and given what we've got, and given the way the market is looking for the next big deposit, and it doesn't matter what commodity, it seems like everyone's looking for deposits to mine to fill a potential future gap. We're likely to be right in the sights. And until the investors start flooding into our sector, as we think it will happen at some stage, until that happens, the likelihood is that the strategics will continue to circle and look to pick off what they believe are world-class assets. And we've got one. So that's the area I'd focus on, is a potential strategic or corporate activity.
I really appreciate the clarity there, John. At this point, I want to pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you guys think about all of this in that comment section below. Consider subscribing, because as news comes down the wire, of course, we'll continue to update you here. But on that note, stay cool, stay awesome. And as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.